Pick up this book today at 501.gregvan.com and learn how to make more money if you're a contractor. There's plenty of other useful tips that will definitely help you with your business.
One of the biggest obstacles that I've had to overcome as a contractor, coming from a kind of an average middle-class American family, is the problem with accumulating wealth. Now, I'm not a wealthy person yet, but and it all depends on what you consider as wealthy, I guess, too. I don't have a lot of money. How's that? I don't have the money that that I thought I would have, had by now in my life. But you guys can change that by buying my books. So quit goofing off and get down to that website at gregvan.com and buy these books. They're going to help your business out anyway. It's a win-win deal. I can get rich. You guys get the information. Come on, what are you waiting for? Okay, enough about that. Clearing our thoughts about money. I don't know how many times I've heard someone say that all rich people are greedy, or greed, that person's greedy because they're rich. And that's not really the case most of the time. Most of the people that are wealthy are there because, something happened in their life, some sort of an event. And most of the people that are wealthy, who have earned it themselves, they've had to fight through the trenches like I would imagine most of you who are watching this video are going to have to do in the future if you haven't already been in the trenches already. We've got to get rid of our thoughts about money and how it's bad. I can't do that. So let's say that you're going to give an estimate for a job, and the homeowner's telling you they don't have much money, but they live in a $5 million house, and they're really pouring it on. I don't have any money, can you help me? It's just, or this isn't my house, whatever. Don't worry about that stuff. You don't feel sorry for someone else or get caught up in their emotional drama. That's not going to create a successful contractor. That's going to create an emotional dependent contractor who's probably going to go out and get other jobs to make themselves feel like they're a hero. And trust me, there's plenty of people out there waiting for a contractor who's going to do something for them for free. So if that's really what you want to do in your life, go for it. I don't want to hold you back. That's not what I'm interested in, and that's not going to help you create a lot of wealth. So remember, all rich people aren't greedy, and you're not greedy because you want to make a lot of money. You're not greedy because you became a contractor for a reason. You're tired of driving around an old car. You're tired of living in a crappy house. This is a way to make more money, have a good life. And again, I don't want to sound like some money-grubbing person here. The point I'm trying to make is just don't get caught up in your past negative thoughts about money. It's not going to do you much good. Get rid of those thoughts. Rich people are good. These are people who circulate money. These are people who create jobs. And again, not all rich people, but let's face it, a majority of multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires are generating income for lots of people. They're paying a lot of taxes to the government, which helps out a lot of people. So don't get caught up in it. Get rid of the thoughts. If you're a religious person, Christianity, it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven than it is for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. Ask yourself this question: how big is that eye of a needle? Is it the eye of a needle that you sew with, or is it a big area on a canyon, on an overpass, or a trail that the camel has to get through en route to another spot? Think about it. Remember, I'm not talking about being greedy. I'm not talking about hoarding everything. I'm talking about making money and getting rid of those past thoughts you had as a child or even as a young adult. Even right now, you probably have thoughts about people. If I mention Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, you might pop to your head as some miserly Scrooge type of person, but that's really not who they are.
Check out some of our other websites today.